called to construction. Do you desire to be a builder? Do the work. Become a great example. Have you ever heard of the forest city of Malaysia? It was this mega city. It was going to be the newest wave of the future with the best technology, and millions, billions of dollars were poured into this idea of this new city. And pretty swiftly, construction started, but they ran out of money. COVID-19 hit, and the project kind of fell apart, and only 15% of the city was built. 15% might not seem like a lot, but it was modeled after New York City. Imagine a new, better version of the concrete jungle, the Big Apple, New York City. All these sky rises, all these great highways and museums and great structures, but they ran out of money. They had the promise, they had the idea, but they couldn't follow through with the action. So today, if you go to this great mega city, forest city, it's less than 1% populated. So people that live in a high-rise building, they got the whole floor to themselves. There's a mall that has no stores open. There's a little kids train that goes around the city singing kids songs. It must be like a eerie horror movie kind of deal because it's an empty city and there's this train like doo-da, doo-da, doo-da. You say, man, you see, an idea without action is empty. An idea without action is nothing. An idea without action is actually quite a waste of time. In Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23 says, every time you go to work, there's profit. But merely talking about it is nothing. In James, it has a similar sentiment, chapter 2. If you see somebody hungry and you don't feed them, but you say, may God bless you, that's my idea. May you be blessed, but I'm not going to take any action to feed you. I'm not going to take any action to warm you or clothe you. That's not true religion. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 11 says, the one that works will have plenty, but the one that only chases ideas, fantasies, falls apart. In Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 18, it says, laziness, just having ideas about what you want to do, but without doing them, causes the roof to fall apart, causes the house to leak. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 21, there are many that will say, didn't I do this? Didn't I do this? And the Lord said, hey, depart from me. We have to be those true doers of the word. All good ideas that need action behind them. And today I want to encourage us to be that middleman between God's ideas of what should be happening on this earth and them being implemented. Pablo Picasso was famous in his day. He went to a cafe. At the cafe, he looked for his wallet and he couldn't find it. And the waiter had brought him the bill. And a nearby table had saw it and kind of did a double take. Isn't that Pablo Picasso? And the man came over and said, hey, are you Pablo Picasso, the famous artist? I've seen some of your work. He goes, yes, I am. He goes, hey, look, I know this is, you probably get this all the time, but I got this napkin here. And any chance you could just draw me a little sketch on it? And Pablo looked at the man like, maybe. And as the waiter came with the bill, he said, well, hey, I'll pay you back. He goes, no, you got to pay your bill. He goes, I don't have my wallet on me. And so Pablo took out a pencil and he drew a sketch in just about a minute to the man that was asking. And the man said, oh, thanks. He goes, oh, I'll sell it to you. And he goes, well, how much do you want for it? And he said something astronomical, like $20,000. And he goes, $20,000? It only took you a minute to draw. He said, it didn't take me a minute to draw. It took me a lifetime to draw. It took me a lifetime of hard work to get to the place where it would only take me a minute to make. But it takes a lifetime to get to that. If we're not the ones doing the work, if we're not the ones putting in time after time, do you desire to be that worker? And in 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, it says, if anybody desires to be a leader in the church, that's a great desire. We should be those that want to build things that matter. If you want to be great, that's good. Then serve others. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 11, there's no other foundation that we could build except was Jesus Christ, and then the apostles, and then the prophets, and then we build on that solid foundation. In these years, toy sales have been declining year after year after year. But there's one toy that seems to just keep on growing year after year after year. It's a more than $67 billion company, Legos. You remember Legos when you were a kid? Leave a pile of Legos in a room, and what are the kids going to do? They're going to start building. You remember that?